Here in the southern U.S. state of Virginia, they're proud of their presidents. So much so that in the town of Williamsburg, you can visit the President's Park, which boasts 5-meter-high bust of every U.S. president, 43 of them to be precise. Virginians are also proud of their history. The American Revolution began and ended in this state. And George Washington was from Virginia, but he wasn't the only one.
We have so many presidents from Virginia. Virginia noted for being the mother of presidents, where 8 presidents came from Virginia. And it seemed like a natural fit.
But producing presidents is not Virginia's only tradition. It also has a tradition of a strong military industry and the largest naval base in the world. Last month, 2/3 of military personnel or veterans surveyed said they supported John McCain, going along with yet another tradition that Virginia votes conservative.
It's really quiet, which I like. Andrew!
But in Virginia, like in other parts of the U.S., the political winds are shifting. Gabrielle Rhodes lives in the southern coastal city of Portsmouth, where many residents are tied to the Navy industry. She is Republican.
My husband is currently serving at the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad, and I really feel that we shouldn't be there. And I really believe that Senator Obama wants to bring troops home, that he wants to end the war. And that's the main focus of why I've decided to support Senator Obama and Biden.
Until last month, John McCain was leading in Virginia's polls, but people like Gabrielle have changed that lead. And if a majority of Virginians vote for Senator Obama, it will be the first time they've chosen a Democrat since 1964.
I'm actually really excited to be sort of in a state that, you know, a lot of people are talking about, that typically it's a Republican state, but there's a very strong hope and belief that it will be blue come November 4th, which is great.
A candidate needs 270 electoral votes to win the presidency. Since mid-October, most polls have given Obama a comfortable lead. At stake are the so-called swing states, which could go either color. And until last week, Virginia was one of these states, but with a 6 to 10 point lead, Obama has changed Virginia from red to yellow to blue. Yet here in the state capital of Richmond, there's talk of the Bradley effect. Tom Bradley was an Afro-American politician who ran for governor of California in the early 80s. Despite opinion polls giving him a comfortable lead, Bradley lost. The theory is that white voters wanting to appear politically correct say they'll support a black candidate, but don't. Doug Wilder is all too familiar with the Bradley effect. In 1989, he ran for governor of Virginia. Despite a 9-point lead in opinion polls, he won by only 1/10 of a point, becoming the first ever Afro-American governor of a U.S. state. Today, he's mayor of Richmond and says the economic crisis is colorblind.
Pocketbook issues cause people sometimes to coalesce, sometimes to come to understand, hey, look, we have more in common than difference. Our skin color may be different, but we're all suffering. We need help. And who can best bring about that change and help? So I think you might see some of that so-called Bradley effect, but I will bet you'll see some of it reversed too. There'll be some Republicans who you would never believe would vote for a Democrat will be voting for Barack Obama.
Virginia has a population of almost 8 million, but only 15% of its voters are black. Obama obviously needs the white voters to win. This is Fredericksburg, about an hour's drive south from Washington, D.C. For decades, it's been a manufacturing town, but today factories are closing and unemployment is on the rise. Cindy Mayturn should know she runs a small business employment agency, and for the first time ever, she will support a Democrat.
I have voted in every election since I was 18 years old, always a Republican. So, you know, this is a big change for me. But it has come down to what I truly believe is best for our country. I would say probably 90% of the population in the United States is middle class. And we're never taken care of. You know, we're kind of like the stepchildren. You know, the Republicans have always been very famous for taking care of the rich and the elite. And, of course, that's where the tax breaks have been.
But not everyone is convinced that Obama's plan will help the middle class. Skip Swanson runs a small business near Richmond converting cooking oil into biofuel. A registered independent and former Hillary supporter, he and his wife plan to vote for John McCain. Nothing to do with skin color, just mistrust. He believes Obama will raise taxes.
We will both be voting for John McCain because we have analyzed both Barack Obama and John McCain's small business plan, and clearly it advocates, John McCain's policy advocates small businesses in America and having a brighter future. I can't afford any more increase in taxes on my small businesses because any type of increase will definitely teeter me on being successful or not being successful.
Rick Gray heads the Virginia Citizens for McCain. He is a liberal Republican turned Democrat who believes that Americans in the middle are not being heard.
Left or right, but my country. Where's that?
Although he thinks Obama will win, he's concerned about leadership. He hopes that Obama has the right stuff to be president, especially during the hard times ahead.
I've always liked McCain. I think he's an admirable man. I think he's perhaps a great man. Certainly he has all the requisite qualities I think that a president needs to have. And as far as Obama's concerned, on a personal level, I just don't know. I don't think any of us does. I think a lot of people have an image of Obama, but he himself said at one point, I'm kind of like a blank slate. People write on me what they want. People project onto him whatever qualities they would like in their next president. But we don't know much about his strengths. We don't know if he has good judgment under pressure.
There's little doubt there will be a lot of pressure on the next U.S. president. Pressure to end 2 wars abroad, but especially pressure to prevent the world's biggest economy from collapsing.
The biggest thing confronting the next president is being able to deal with the crisis. Who is black, who's white, who is a woman, who's not, who's a man, who's liberal, who's conservative. What's best for this nation is what people are concerned with now.
It's estimated that as many as 1 in 6 U.S. voters remain undecided until they're behind that curtain on Election Day. Another reason why, despite Obama's lead, they won't start making the 44th statue until after November 4th.
We don't have the exact location, but the next president will be approximately right here.